Okay, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour live on YouTube. Baker Bowling today, coming to you from ABC East. We are down to our finals. Let's take it away to Matt for player introductions.
Okay, bowling fans, good afternoon and welcome to ABC East Lanes for the finals of our first ever Fall Baker Tournament. For today's finals, on the scratch side, you will see two teams bowl off for the title. Top two teams cashing in today's tournament. On the handicap side, we have four teams that will be competing and cashing in today's tournament. We have a match of a 1 versus 4 and 2 versus 3. The winners will then bowl each other for the title. Okay? In today's format, they will be bowling to earn 2 points head-to-head. If they beat their opponent each for the first game, they get 1 point. They'll switch lanes. They'll bowl a second game. If the same team wins again, they win the match. If each team splits a game, they'll bowl a third game to determine the winner of each match. Okay? Let's time to introduce. We'll start with our 2 scratch teams.
All right, we have 2 scratch teams making it to the finals.
Today is Milk Chocolate 2.0. Gene Blair, Troy Owens, Brian Kennedy, Alex Horton, and Brandon Bone.
Qualifying second, Team Milk Chocolate, Troy Owens, Alex Horton, Brandon Bone, Gene Blair, Brian Kennedy.
And taking them on in the title match in scratch is 5 of a kind. Daniel Ohouse, Francis Vitelli, Alex Klinsky, Justin Bone, and Parker.
And your number 1 seed, 5 of a kind, Francis Vitelli,
Have a nice hand for our 2 scratch.
Justin Bone, Daniel Althouse, Parker Lobach, and Alex Galinsky. Gene,
I've introduced our 4 handicap teams, starting with our
Francis.
number 4 seed,
Francis.
team of Full House. Christina Colon, Julietta Colon, Jonathan Paulison, Mary Beth Baker, and Logan Chappell.
All right, your 4th seed, Polasek, Baker, Chappell, and the 2 Colognes.
Our number 3 seed, on 9 and 10, Brent Sticks, Riley Smith, Clinton Kendall, Ian Smith, Jackson Kohler, and Ryan Steinheimer.
I will get you their names.
Taking on Brent Sticks as the number 2 seed on lanes 9 and 10 is the team of Surprise. David Swanley, CJ Laubach, Kevin Kerr, Haley Brown, and Brandon Updike. And our tournament leaders competing on 7 and 8 is the Cumberland Valley High School number 2, Brianne Hood, Derek Smith, Stephen Roski, Matthew Pomian, and Teron Steinbrook.
All right, so those are our 4 finalists in the handicap division. I will get you their names. They weren't in the camera way. They're in my way. I can't see Osum, I can't call them. All right, so for those of you that are new to Baker team bowling, basically all 5 bowlers make 1 score per game. So the leadoff bowler will bowl frames 1 and 6. The second bowler will bowl frames 2 and 7. The third bowler will bowl frames 3 and 8. The fourth bowler will bowl frames 4 and 9. And the anchor bowler will bowl frames 5 and 10. It is a race to 2 points. To earn a point, you win the game. If you tie, you get a half a point. So first team to 2 wins. We're only going to have 1 best of 3 or best of 2 points match on the scratch side. We will have 2 on the handicap side. Don't forget this upcoming Friday, the day after Thanksgiving at 10 o'clock, up at Chaco's in Wilkes-Barre is a girls-only adult junior tournament. The junior bowler must be a girl, but the adult could either be a male or female. That's this Friday, 10 o'clock at Chaco's in Wilkes-Barre. Excuse me for a moment as I try to get the scoreboards in the picture with the space in between. Gets a little tricky. Got to do some camera magic here.
Sorry, please take 2 steps here. Oh, I'm sorry.
The oil pattern today, red square, the hardest of the hard, completely flat. The team of Lobach, Bone, Glinsky, Althouse, and Vitelli actually went +1 for the 24 Baker games. Very unexpected. The second seed, the team of Blair, Bone, Owens, Horton, and Kennedy, they were in third most of the day and made a really good comeback the last 6 games to take over second place. And in fact, when they bowled on this pair, they shot, for their 2 games, they shot somewhere around like 470 or 460, somewhere around there. And when the other team was on this pair, they followed them right after. They only shot like 370. So advantage for the number 2 seeds, but as we all know, lanes change. So next Sunday, we are off for the PJBT. The following Sunday, it's adult junior action up at Clearview. So for those of you that don't know the magic of video camera here, believe it or not, I am using only one camera to get 5 different pictures on the screen. Since the scoreboards have the TV right in between them, I can't use that because they're spaced too far apart. As Mr. Kennedy bangs my table, so I gotta fix the scoreboards now. So it's called shot layering. So the main screen with the bowlers on is layer number 1, and then each of the scoreboards are on a different layer, 2 through 5. Thank you to my child for teaching me this stuff. What he's going to college for. As always, our message board is live and operational, should you wish to chime in. All right, so scratch division. Top seeds, 5 of a kind. Althouse, Vitelli, Glinsky, Justin Bone, Parker Lobach finishing at +1 for 24 games. 2 seed, Milk Chocolate 2.0. Blair, Owens, Kennedy, Horton, Brandon Bone. They finished at -147. Handicap. Your top seeds, CVHS number 2, Cumberland Valley High School. Hood, Smith, Pomayan, Steinbrook, and Steve. Yeah. Kazichik, Razichik. Can't even pronounce that one. -555. Second seed, Surprise, Swavely, Lobach, Kerr, Brown, Updike. -572. Your 3 seed, Breadsticks, Smith, Tyndall, Smith, Kohler, Steinheimer, -629. And your 4 seeds, Full House, Cologne, Paulison, Baker, Choppel, -630. So -630 to make the cut in handicap. Once again, bowling on red square. All right, looks like we're just about ready. The action's going to go fast and furious here. I do not believe we're going to be doing the Dana Brown rule. The Dana Brown rule is you can't get one team ahead of the other team when you're bowling Baker. So we might have teams getting done before other teams if they start stringing strikes and the other team doesn't. I'm assuming the higher seed has lane choice for the first game, and I assume they'll have lane choice if there's a third game. They will switch lanes after each game. And don't forget, with Baker Bowling, you stay on the same lane for the entire game, so there'll be no alternating back and forth like you normally see. All right, looks like we're just about ready. Take it away, Matt.
Okay, bowling fans, it is time to begin our final match in scratch and our semi-final matches in handicap. Okay, let me run them down real quick once again. For our title match in scratch, we have our top team, Final Five, going in the order of Justin Bone, Parker Laubach, Daniel Allhouse, Francis Vitelli, and Alex Klinsky. Taking on number 2 seed, Jock Clinton 2.0. Brandon Bone, Troy Owens, Gene Clare, Alex Horton, and Brian Kennedy. Okay? Alternate shots, one frame at a time, starting with one play. Okay?
Apparently, we are doing the Dana Brown rule.
Cumberland Valley High School. Going in the order of Smith, Hood, Jostley, Conlon, and Steinbrook. Taking on number 4 seed, Full House. Malone, Lowe, Baker, Chapel, and Olison. Is 5 pins going to Cumberland Valley. Okay? On our match just to your right, 190 pins, we have number 2 seed, Surprise, Walbach, Brown, Kerr, Swavely, and Updike. Taking on number 3 seed, Breadsticks, which is Tyndall, Kohler, Smith, and Steinheimer. Okay? The handicap is 24 going to Breadsticks in each match over there. Okay? Bowling fans, let's have a nice hand for our finals and semifinal matches.
All right, off we go. Yes, it does look like we'll be doing the Dana Brown rule to my disappointment. In the handicap match that is on the screen, it looks like the team of Cologne, Paulison, Baker, and Chapel are getting 5 pins. Justin Bone started out with a 7 pin and missed it. Brandon started off with a washout. Let's see if he could convert. And he does. Good spare there. handicap match. Actually, that's Cumberland Valley. That is the letter A. They start out strike spare. They're the team that's getting 5. My apologies. Parker Lobach with a strike. Troy Owens up next for Milk Chocolate 2.0. That was one of the colognes. It's a double for them. Troy Owens with the strike. They take a quick 11-pin lead in this game. Althouse now up. That's a double. Spare for Cumberland Valley. I'm sorry, I do not know who that is. Gene Blair up. He leaves a 2-pin. Mary Beth Baker goes Jersey, leaves a 5-pin on lane 8. Hello, Matthew.
Hello there, everyone. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. We have begun the exciting finals for the Baker event.
Gene Blair converts his spare. Gotta say, I'm very surprised we actually had a team go plus on a flat pattern.
We did. Not much plus,
No.
plus 1, but plus.
And speaking of, that's Francis Vitelli bowling on that team now, looking for a triple. He comes in high, leaves a 3-6.
So as you're watching, bowling fans, let me just re-emphasize the format again. Teams are bowling head-to-head against each other. Each game, they alternate shots. The high score gets 1 point for winning the first game. They will switch lanes, do it again. If the same team wins the second game also, then they win the match overall. If each team wins 1 game head-to-head, then they will go a third game to determine a title, a match winner, okay? And on the scratch side, of course, we have 2 teams bowling for the title. Based on our 7 teams that entered today, we had a lot more teams in handicap. We had 12 teams, so we took 4 to the finals, and that's why we have a 1-4-2-3 situation going on, with the winners then bowling each other for the title, and we'll have the title match on 5 and 6 in handicap immediately following these round of matches. Okay, pretty even match through game 1 on the scratch side. And on the handicap side, we have the team of Cumberland Valley High School taking on the number 4 seed Full House. And Full House maintains a small lead through 4 frames of game 1. Off to your right, just off the screen there, we have the number 2 seed Surprise, team of Swavely, Laubach, Kerr, Brown, and Updike, taking on Breadsticks, which is Smith, Tyndall, Kohler, and Steinheimer. And right now, the Breadsticks team has about a 20-pin lead in game 1. They are also getting the handicap, so we'll see how that plays out. Okay, enough talking for me. Back to the action. On the scratch side, we'll focus a little bit there as this is the title match for them, game 1. Up Brian Kennedy on lane 6, bowling for Milk Chocolate 2.0. He pulls a shot inside, crosses over leaving the 6 pin. Most of the day, Milk Chocolate 2.0 was around the 3rd position out of the 7 teams, made a run toward the end of qualifying to get into the 2nd position and take on this number 1 team who had a large lead most of the day. There's a great shot by Jonathan Polison on lane 8 as he strikes for his team, keeps them in the lead of their match in game 1. Off to the right, just to update you, a 7-10 split in frame number 5 for the team of Breadsticks. Right now with the handicap, that match is about even again.
That is Justin's 2nd blower 7. He left 1 in the 1st.
Interesting.
Yes.
As we get to the end of each game, I will put the headset down and let Jason take over as I record the scores, because we'll manually record the scores and who wins each match as they switch lanes. Cumberland Valley team misses his spare there. So 106 in the 6th for them with the handicap 111. Opens an opportunity for the full house team to take the lead.
Hello, Alex.
And just off to the right, a spare for CJ Laubach for his team of Surprise. Brandon Bone leans a 10 pin for Milk Chocolate 2.0.
With the spare, that match will be tie.
Once again, if we do have a tie, we would give a half a point to each team. First team to get 2 points is the winner. Good spare there for Christina Colon. Pretty successful first Baker tournament for the fall, I would say.
Absolutely.
95 bowlers in attendance today. Brianna Hood lets that one go a little bit wide, which we saw a lot today with the red square pattern. We're bowling on red square today as our challenge pattern. Parker Laubach comes up a little bit high, 6'10". So produced some pretty low scores today, but as that's expected on a challenge pattern.
Especially red square.
And a good spare. So Brianne Hood with a nice cover there of that, I guess we'll just call it a mess. 15789. She did a great job of covering that up. Okay, off to your right on 9 and 10, I can tell you that through 6 frames, looks like a 7-pin lead for the team of Breadsticks. They're at 105 in the 6th. 98 is the score for Surprise.
Troy Owens breaks up the baby split. With the spare, they will have a 1-pin lead with 3 frames to go.
Okay, I'm going to go record the scores and I'll be back.
Okay. Troy does not make his spare. So let's see if Five of a Kind can capitalize on that. Daniel's now up. He struck his first time. He leaves a 7-pin. Interesting. Lots of opposite corner pins in this game for Five of a Kind. If they had carried them, they would be out to a pretty large lead. But instead, their lead is 9. Hello, William. Nice of you to join us. Gene comes in high, leaves a 3-6. We're on lane 7. Cumberland Valley gets the lucky strike. That was their foundation frame 9th. Gene makes his spare. Let's see what Chocolate Chip could do. They're looking off camera. He comes in high, leaves a 3-10. Logan Choppel up, lane 8. He's looking for a double for his team. He's going to cross over, and he gets the lucky shot himself. Francis Vitelli now up, lane 5, 9th frame. 4-pin. Tenth frame on 7 and 8. 5 count. Only on 1 strike, so doesn't lose any pin count. Vitelli makes his spare. I like to see what Alex Horton could do. If Horton strikes here, they cannot be shut out. And that is an open frame for Cumberland Valley in the 10th. They are going to shoot 177 with their handicap. Seven pin for Horton. Lots of corner pins in this pair. Lots of them. The match off camera. They're up into the 10th. So if Horton makes this, it'll be a 9-pin lead. So Glinsky would have to double to shut them out and take the first point. Updike with a double on 9 and 10. Horton makes his spare. Paulison up on lane 8. He strikes, and they will take game 1. Linsky gets the first. So with a strike, he will shut them out with a 2 sticks. With a spare, he would force Kennedy to strike out for a 1-pin win. Updike struck out, so his team shot 155. And he trips the 7 forward. All right, 5 of a kind with a couple pins here. We'll take the first point. Over on lane 10. Looks like the team on 10 will win the first point. All right, Lindsay just throws it right down the middle. They shoot 202. Okay, in the match off screen, Breadsticks won the first game 173 to 155. So the 2 lower seeds took the first game on the handicap side, and the number 1 seed took the first game on the scratch side. On to game number 2. The teams will switch lanes. Brandon Bone will get us started. He left the 3-9. Brandon makes his spare.
Okay, I am here to summarize game number 1 on the scratch side. We had a 202 to 167 win for 5 of a kind. They are up 1 point in their match. On the handicap side, we have number 4 seed Full House with a 211 over top seed Cumberland Valley High School number 2 with 177. So Full House has 1 point. And then the number 3 seed Breadsticks defeated number 2 seed Surprise in game 1. So Breadsticks is up 1-0 in their match.
Bone makes his spare. Strike for Troy Owens.
To update our bowlers on the handicap match off to the right that you can't see between Surprise and Breadsticks, both teams have opened with 9 miss. The team of Breadsticks is up in the second frame, and he only gets 9 also, so they will post 18 in the second. They are the team getting the 24 pins handicap.
Lobach with the strike. I'm assuming if any of these matches go to a third game, the higher seed will have lane choice? Or do they just switch again?
No, they just switch back again.
Okay.
Correct. Yep.
So I'm 0 for 2 today. My other guess was I didn't think you would do the Dana Brown rule. You were
Which
doing
is
the
what?
Dana Brown rule. Alternating shots.
Oh, yes, yes. Ooh, Gene Blair crossed over with a strike. And on lane 8, there's a great shot for Brienne Hood, leaving the 10 pin. Okay, and Haley Brown gets a 8 count for 2 balls in the second frame. So 18 to 17 is our match on 9 and 10. That doesn't include the handicap. So right now Breadsticks has the lead with about 25 pin lead through 2 frames. And there's a strike for one of the Smith boys. Forget which one. I believe that's Ian.
We'll take your word for it.
But a good strike there. Now up, Mary Beth Baker looking to get to first mark for her team. Ball crosses over early, leaving the 3-10. Tough spare on this pattern. And there's a good shot for Alex Wharton. So Milk Chocolate 2.0 trying to hang in there. They need to win this second game to force a third. And Tevin Kerr off to the right on lane 10. Missed the pocket to the right, leaving the 1-2-8-10. We'll see if he can convert. Meanwhile, Francis Vitelli matches Milk Chocolate strikes. So 4 frames, exact same scoreboard.
How often do you get a message on the message board that says, "Go Breadsticks"? You don't get that very often.
I don't think you're going to get that very often. Open frame for Surprise off to the right, so 26 in the third. Cumberland Valley up now, leaving the 3-6. Kennedy kind of had a false start there.
He comes in just a touch high. He's a 4-pin. At least I
Fortune-
think it was just a touch. I'm not sure how high that was.
He was fortunate to break up a split
Was
there. Yeah, and had the 7 and the 10 were showing.
Oh,
Good spare there for the other Smith on lane 9 off to the side. Connor Chappell, Logan Chappell, try again. Up on lane 6, or lane 7 rather, leaves the 6 pin. You're watching game 2 of a best of 3 final in scratch, semifinal in handicap for the 2019 first ever Baker tournament for the PJBT and first ever fall Baker tournament. Alex Glinski kicks out the 4 and gives his team the lead in game number 2.
personally, I don't know what you think, but I've always been a fan of Baker bowling.
Baker bowling is something that is good to get our bowlers used to, especially when they're heading towards college.
Definitely.
Many of the college tournaments will involve regular bowling games and Baker games. Not easy to get a good Baker game.
No.
Scores reflect that today. Cumberland Valley bowler gets a strike. Matthew Pomian.
That looks like a split.
Yes, Brandon Bone leaves what could potentially be the first open of their Game 2 match as he leaves the 4-6-7.
I'm trying to see between the heads on the monitor. That's about
Yeah.
the best I could do.
He gets 1. So 124 in the 6th for Milk Chocolate 2.0.
So if Justin could find a way to strike here, that could go a long way to sealing this match for 5 of a kind.
Meanwhile, in lane 7, great shot there for Jonathan Polison. Cumberland Valley still maintaining the lead in game 2 of their match. And Justin might have given it right back
Yes.
as he leaves the 1-2-10. Ball just went a little bit wide of target. And there's a strike for Cumberland Valley. So they have a double on the scoreboard. And Brandon Updike over on lane 10, just to your right, left a 10 pin and got a spare. First mark of the game for their team. Going to need to get going, being they trail and are giving pins. Okay, so open frame for Justin Bone. So his team now has an 11-pin lead in game 2. Julietta Cologne leaves the 310. And off to the right, we have Clinton Tyndall, who only got a 3 count. He'll look to cover that up. And a strike for Troy Owens. Important strike there. And a conversion. Julietta Cologne converts
Good
the
spare.
310. Great spare there. Clinton Tyndall goes 3 miss for the team of Breadsticks. They have 68 in the 6th. Parker Laubach makes a good shot, leaves a 7-pin, and that will even up that match. Okay, Cumberland Valley now up on lane 8. I believe it's the 6th pin. Derek Smith leaving the 6th. And CJ on lane 10 off to your right gets 6-2. So 59 in the 6th. So right now, 9 and 24. A 33-pin lead for Breadsticks. Breadsticks heading towards victory unless something changes here quickly. Gene Blair gets that one wide of target, leaving the 1-2-4. And that's what's so tough about Baker bowling. One bowler makes a mistake and it ruins the string. It's very hard to string together strikes because everybody's got to be on.
Absolutely.
Christina Cologne leaves the 1-2.
Gene makes a spare. Daniel up now. He struck his first time over here on lane 6. Is to maintain an 11-pin lead. 5 of a kind.
Inside target, crosses over, leaving the 310. Brianne Hood hooks, goes to the Jersey side, leaves the 5-9. She'll look to convert. And over on 9 and 10, Haley Brown left a 10 pin and missed it. So they have 68 in the 7th. Unfortunately, Surprise cannot get it going over to our pair to the right. They are trailing Breadsticks in the second game. They could be in trouble over there.
Yes, they can.
Chop spare there for Daniel Allhouse, but his team at 162 in the eighth. That opens the door for Milk Chocolate 2.0. See if they can
Yes.
see if they can walk through it.
They're now up 2.
Brienne Hood misses her spare on lane 8, putting them at 120 in the seventh. Alex Horton crosses over, getting the Jersey strike. Big break there. And gives his team the lead. Kevin Kerr gets the second mark of the game for Team Surprise as he crosses over and gets a strike. And on the scratch side, Francis Vitelli with a strike.
All right, so Kennedy is looking for a double and 9 to shut them out and go to game 3.
Anything less, and Five of a Kind has a chance to take home the victory. Okay, I will see you in a little bit.
Okay. Brian looks like he went jersey as well. That's their third jersey of the game. That did not sound like a strike. 8 count, 3-6. So, Alex Glinski will have a chance to come up and seal the deal. That 2 was pretty important there. That 2 is going to cause Glinski to double. If he only got 1, Glinski could have went strike 9 spare to tie. All right, on to game 3 we are going. Chalka 2.0, 212, 199 victory. On the match off screen on 9 and 10, I think Brandon will need another strike to force a game 3 there. If he spares, it might be a tie. I forget how many pins the other team was getting. We're off to game 3 in the scratch match. Justin Bone starting us off. This time he gets the 7 pin out on that lane. Hello, Nicole. And Brandon left a 10 pin. Justin Bone looked like he was off balance at the line. He leaves a 3-6. Looks like we're going to be going to a third game in the handicap match. Bone makes his spare. Parker Lobach up now. Lane 5, frame 2. That's a double for his team. Cumberland Valley is going to win game 2. They're going to be in the 170s, 180s with their handicap. Troy Owens comes in high. He leaves a baby split. Troy makes his spare. Daniel now up. Lane 5. He leaves a 610.
Okay, bowling fans, so that concludes game 2 in every match, and every match is going to a third game. We have On the scratch side, you saw Milk Chocolate 2.0 win their match 212 to 199, each team with 1 game. So this is the title match for the title between the 2 scratch teams. On the handicap side, we had Cumberland Valley High School with 183 and Full House 128 to even up that match. And then Brandon Updike off to the right made a 10-pin to win a gutsy 128 to 127 victory, surprise over Breadsticks. So that match is at 1-1. So all of our matches going to a third and final game to determine who wins in scratch and who advances to the finals in handicap.
Very good.
And I'm going to have a lot of scholarship papers to write after this game. So
That you
I
are.
probably will not be on too long. Let's take a look at the scratch matches. They started a little early. They have 2 strikes, and Francis Vitelli looking to make it 2 spares. Meanwhile, Milk Chocolate 2.0 started with spare, spare, strike. Vitelli misses his spare, so 76 in the 4th for 5 of a kind. The winning team in scratch today will take home a $1,000 scholarship. The second place team a $375 scholarship, so that's what they're bowling for in this game. On the handicap side, we have 7 and 8, a double for Cumberland Valley to start the finals. And strike open, 28 score for Full House. Off to your right, Surprise, who forced a third game. Started with 2 opens. They have 17.
Sir, you can't sit there. Sir.
And the team of Surprise picks up a strike. Now the team of Breadsticks off to the right, they start with 9 miss strike. So we have Ian Smith up. He misses the head pin to the left, leaving the 1-3-6. And good conversion there on the bucket for Cumberland Valley. On the scratch side, Milk Chocolate 2.0 has a small lead as Alex Glinski leaves the 10 pin. He'll look to convert. And he does not, misses his spare. 85 in the 5th.
2 straight single pin misses. That's going to be hard to battle back from.
We'll see what happens, see if Kennedy can take advantage of it as Mary Beth Baker leaves the 10 pin on lane 8 in their handicap match. On lane 9, David Swavely goes Jersey, leaving the 5-9. He'll look to put up back-to-back marks for his team. Once again, this is the third and final match in every match. Kennedy goes high, leaving the 3-6-10. So he'll look to convert and keep the scoreboard clean and keep the team ahead. Mary Beth Baker picks up her spare. Once again, each team getting 1 point. This is game 3 of the best-of-3 match. And a spare for David Swavely off to your right. So their team now has 37 in the 3rd with a spare. Up in the 4th for Breadsticks, we have Riley Smith. You know, I just realized if you had to do this by yourself, how would you have kept track of 3 matches all at once? That's pretty challenging feat,
Yes.
especially Baker style.
Yes.
There's a strike for Justin Bone.
Especially when your kid is bowling too, so you're kind of trying to watch that match at the and watching everything else. But
Agreed.
yeah, yes, you will find out someday if your children bowl.
Yeah, in another 15 years or so. 10, 15. 10, I should say, I guess. Brandon Bone trips out whatever he had standing there to keep them in the lead. Logan Chapel picks up his spare on lane 8. Over to the right, just to update you, the team of Surprise has a scratch 4-pin lead at the moment through 4 frames, but they're giving up 24 in handicap, so they're trailing by 20. Their anchor, Brandon Updike, is up. Brandon crosses over, leaving the 6-pin, so he'll look to convert and put a 3rd straight mark on the board for his team. There's a back-to-back strikes on the board for Cumberland Valley High School, our #1 seed in the handicap side. Good spare for Brandon Updike off to the right. Their team now with 56 in the 4th in the spare. And Parker Laubach missed his spare. Chops the 6 off the 3-6. 113 in the 7th. 4-5 of a kind.
And with the strike here, the party's just about over.
But with this pattern, anything can happen. Let's see what happens here with Troy Owens. And he does. He puts the double up. Big shot. Working on the full-fledged comeback as they lose game 1, looking to win games 2 and 3 to take the match and the title. Jonathan Polison on lane 8 comes up high, leaving the 6-10. He'll look to convert. Daniel Allhouse gets a strike. And that will end Daniel's day for bowling.
Of all probability. So basically, milk chocolate just needs to stay clean.
Good spare for Jonathan Polison. Clinton Tyndall gets a strike over there on the lane 10 to the right. And that keeps Breadsticks in the lead over Surprise. Cumberland Valley bowler misses his pocket to the left, leaving the 1-3-6. And Gene Blair makes his spare. So Milk Chocolate 2.0, just trying to keep the board clean. At this point, that's all they really need to do to win the match. Here comes Francis Vitelli.
Oh,
Makes a great shot.
that's it. The match is over.
All right, I'm going to start filling out paperwork.
Okay. solid 8 on lane 8. Spare for Alex Horton, that officially, well, not officially shuts them out. If Glinski strikes out, they will just need 1 pin. Ooh, breaking up the split. Brianna Hood. They have built a 40-pin lead in this match. Match off camera. Looks like the 3 seed is winning the match at the moment. All right, 213, 172 victory for Milk Chocolate 2.0. They will be your champions today.
Otherwise, I would. Sorry. It's in my favorite house, too.
I know.
How many entries do you have?
I'm about. We think 1,500.
Right.
Me?
Oh, you did it yourself?
Me and Tom Hank. I had the general shape that showed you how to use
You guys are good.
All right, so the 3 seed will be advancing. Don't know their team name, sorry. it looks like Cumberland Valley will be advancing. That is not Cumberland Valley. That is Cumberland Valley. Okay. All right, so the finals of the handicap will be on 5 and 6. The other handicap match, breadsticks, will be moving on. So there you go, Mr. Vitale. You got to go to Olive Garden now, because you're going to hear breadsticks a lot more. It looks like Cumberland Valley number 2 will be moving on. No problem, you're good. All right, don't forget, stay with us. We still have one more match to go. Cologne, Polasek, Chapel, semifinalists.
Okay, and our third place finishing team in handicap, each bowler getting a $40 scholarship, certificate, and medal. Goes to the team of Surprise, David Swavely, Lobach, Kerr, Brown, and Updike.
Swavely, Lobach, Kerr, Brown, Updike, semifinalists.
Okay, now to give out our scratch final results. Our runner-up finishing team in the scratch division, each bowler getting a $75 scholarship, certificate, and medal. Goes to the team of Five of Time, Mulhouse, Vitelli, Klinsky, Justin Bone, and Parker Lobach.
Althouse, Lobach, Bone, Glinsky, Vitelli, second place finishers.
Okay, and this year's 2019 Ball Maker Scratch Division champion. Each bowler receiving a $200 scholarship, certificate, and the first place acrylic plaque goes to Milk Chocolate 2.0. Team Blair, Roy Owens, Ryan Kennedy, Alex Horton, Brandon Rose.
Bone, Blair, Owens, Horton, Kennedy, your champions in the scratch division. All right, so let me play adjust the camera here. Now let me crop in the scoreboard. Okay. All right, so while we're to the back of the head. That's okay. She'll pay it. Okay. All right. So as we are. All right. So while we're setting up for the finals, let's talk about the Fatstacular, which is coming up. A little less than 4 weeks, Saturday, December the 21st. Safe trip. See you when your kids don't bowl in a high school tournament on December the 21st.
Right. Somewhere there.
Saturday, December the 21st, 1 o'clock at my favorite little bowling center, East Lincoln Lanes. It is a scratch tournament. $90 is the entry fee. Yes, it is a little steep, but the first place prize is $1,500. $1,500 for first place. It is now a sanctioned tournament. It is an adult tournament, but it is U21. So any youth will have to sign the waiver, and your prizes will go scholarships to SMART. Anybody who's sanctioned adult, you may take cash for it, although I would still prefer you taking scholarships, but I'm fine if you take cash. In order to be eligible for this tournament, you have to be born on or after August the 1st, 1998. August the 1st, 1998 is the cutoff. Anytime after that, and you are fine. It is on a challenge pattern, less than a 2-to-1 ratio. It has never been used in competition before. It has been made by yours truly. Or that way, that's fine too. That's fine. It is a singles tournament. Check-in will begin at noon that day. I am selling raffle tickets for the event. They are $5 a piece. Giving away lots of nice prizes. $5 a piece. You get 5 tickets for $20. We're giving away 8 bowling balls. Storm Crux Prime, Matchup Pearl, Fever Pitch, Ebonite, Game Breaker 3, Futura, Rotogrip, Halo Vision, Hammer, Web Pearl, Motive, Covert Tank. Giving away 2 Vice 3-ball roller bags and 5 $100 gift certificates to various pro shops around the area. If you would like to sell some tickets for me, I can let you have them in packs of 25. For every ticket that you sell, you will get 50 cents off your entry. So if you sell enough tickets, your entry can be free. And as I had told you, it is on a challenge shot. The pattern will not be released until the day of the tournament, but for $15, you could come bowl on it Friday night at East Lincoln from 7 till 10. If you want any information, just look up my event page on Facebook. That's Fatstacular, P-H-A-T-T-S-T-A-C-U-L-A-R. That's P-H-A-T-T-S-C-U-L-A-R. Or you could contact me. Just my real name, for those of you that don't know, is Jason Althouse. Just put that in Facebook. You will see my logo, the PA Fats logo. Speaking of the logo, if you wear a PA Fats logo apparel that day, you will also be entered into a free tournament within a tournament. So a free tournament within a tournament. You could contact Brian Krantz at EFX Apparel. He will hook you up. The best part about it, my logo is free to add to any order. All right. Contact me for any information on that. I will be right back. We will get you started for the finals. All right, so it looks like we are just about ready to go.
Okay, bowling fans, it is time to begin our handicap final match. Whoever purposely to win 2 games out of 3 is our winner of today's tournament. We have Cumberland Valley High School, number 2, our top seed, taking on number 3, 2 seed at Princeton. They carry the same order as in the semifinal match. Handicap is 24 going to Princeton. Okay? Bowling fans, let's have a nice dance for our final.
All right, off we go into the finals. Okay, race to 2 points. Looks as if Breadsticks is getting 23 pins a game. Cumberland Valley will start us off. Washout, 1, 2, 10. Only gets 1. Crosses over, gets the 5 pin. And he misses it. Looks like he had a little trouble with his footing. Crossing over. 139. And gets 2. $3.10. And he gets 1. All right. So we're still looking for our first mark. And there it is. Jersey strike. Crossing over, leaves a 5 pin. Spare conversion on the 5-pin. Crossing over. Converts the spare. Trips the 4. 3 straight marks. Cumberland Valley. Let's see if Breadsticks could get their 3rd straight. Looked like it had a little trouble releasing the ball. And he trips the 4 to get the spare. So he did lose a little bit of a count there. Comes in a little high, leaves the 4-7. Yeah, only gets 1. So they have 85 in the 6th. Crossing over with the strike. Looked to be good right till the end there. Unfortunate with the split for Hood. She gets the 2. Looking to double up. And he does. All right, so they got the lead scratch, and they're getting 23 pins. So Breadsticks starting to pull away. 10 pin. Conversion. Seven count. 1, 3, 8. And the 9. Didn't see the 9 there. Sorry about that. And he gets the 1. So they have 121 scratch, 144 with their handicap. So they're looking pretty good. Breadsticks for game 1. Crossing over 6 count. 1, 2, 1, 3, 6, 9. Spare conversion, if they strike out, they could still shoot 160, so this game isn't quite over yet. And now it is. With just a couple pins. Gets the 2. All right, so Breadsticks will take game 1. $135 for Cumberland Valley. In fact, Breadsticks is going to win this game scratch. They shoot 139 scratch, 162 with their handicap. They will take game one. All right, Breadsticks starting us off. 7 count. One, two, eight. He does not get any. Comes in high, but he carries. Ping came across, took out the 6. That's crossing over. Six count washout. She gets the 3. That's going left. That's going left. All right, so far, Breadsticks is making a play to not want to sweep. Nine pin. All right, Cumberland Valley up by 18 scratch in this game. 5 down with the handicap after 3. Let's see if Breadsticks could pick it up here in the 4th. Have yet to mark this game. So at least Cumberland Valley's hitting the head pin this game. Makes a spare. Six count. Misses his spare. Spare conversion. All right, Cumberland Valley starting to pull away in this game. 3 straight marks for them. And Breadsticks can mark. All right, so if Breadsticks is going to make a move, now is the time to do it. Good shot. Only left an 8-pin. They do not make the spare. Baby split. Good spare conversion. Strike. And a ninth. They could still strike out with their handicap for 154. there. All right, and with that, it looks like we're going to be moving on to a game 3. And on to a game 3. Cumberland Valley with a 146-118. Nine count for Cumberland Valley. Spare for breadsticks. Strike for Cumberland Valley. Strike for breadsticks. spare for Cumberland Valley. One five. And he converts the spare. Where was this team last game? They have just about their second game scratch score beat already. And a spare. Lost some count there with the 3 count. Five pin. Breadsticks open in the 4th. Oh! 2-4-10. 9 count for Cumberland Valley. Spare conversion. Seven count. Two on the spare. Spare for Cumberland Valley. All right, so they got 6 marks in a row after starting with an open. Forget, Breadsticks gets 23 pins. Eight count. Spare conversion. And a strike for Cumberland Valley. And a strike for Breadsticks. So Cumberland Valley is up by 6 scratch, down by 17 going into the 9th. Looked good off of his hands, left a 3-6. And he makes a spare. So that's 8 straight marks from Cumberland Valley. But Breadsticks only has 2 opens themselves this game. Oh, solid 10. All right, big spare here. And he gets it. All right, so Breadsticks is up 17 going into the 10th. Seven count. We actually, if he spares, have the possibility of a tie. And he spares. All right, so that's 174 for Cumberland Valley. $154 with a spare for Breadsticks. So eight should be enough. 149, 157. That's enough. Yeah, if he misses with their 23 pins, that'll give him 180. All right, that's going to do it. 180, 174 victory for Breadsticks. Cumberland Valley bowled a great game, a one open game. Cumberland Valley 2. Runner-up today, Hood, Smith, Rizeki, Homian, Steinbrook. Hope I got those names somewhat right.
Okay, and crown our handicap champion. Okay, each bowler getting a $200 scholarship. Certificate and the first place filling plaques goes to Team of Breadsticks. Riley Smith, Ian Smith, Clayton Tyndall, Jackson Kohler, and Ryan Steinheimer.
And Breadsticks, your champions for today. Smith, Tyndall, Kohler, Steinheimer.
Okay, congratulations to our winners. We're going to get a final picture and then we're going to sign off for this evening. We hope everybody from the staff of the PJBT, we hope everybody has a great Thanksgiving. And we will see you in 2 weeks. We will be at Clearview Lanes in Mount Joy, Sunday, December the 8th for our next event. Okay? Have a great holiday, everyone. We'll see you then.
Girls tournament.
And the girls' tournament this Friday, Black Friday. Don't forget the Black Friday event for the girls.
All right, so we're going to make this sign off very quickly. Don't forget, this Friday is our next girls-only tournament up at Chaco's in Wilkes-Barre. It is a 10 o'clock start time. That was a time change. 10 o'clock start time. Girls-only, adult, junior. Just the junior bowler needs to be a girl. The adult could be a male or female. That's fine. There is no PJBT next Sunday. The next Sunday PJBT is in 2 weeks. That is an adult junior at Clearview. So the next two events are adult junior, one this Friday and the next the following Sunday. All right, that's going to do it for us this week. For all of us here at the Pennsylvania Junior Bowlers Tour, we hope that you all have a safe, happy, and healthy Thanksgiving holiday. If you don't know what to do with your food, you know, they don't call me the fat guy for anything, for nothing, so feel free to bring it to Wilmelsdorf to my house, and I'll give you a big thank you. All right, have a great evening. See you guys. Bye.